Welcome back to episode 7 of VanderzoneMC Let's Play Season 1. We start this episode with the beginning of an automatic wheat farm. Usually I say what's going to happen and that kind of thing, but this one I'm just going to chill and see what happens. So I thought as we were going to be breeding villagers that I would need a lot more wheat. And what better way than a beginner wheat farm? I'll do this one in a few tiers and see how we go. It's only partially automated, but it's slightly quicker than manually picking them all. The only issue is that the only problem is you have to plant them all after you harvest them. This is just a simple wheat farm. I think I've done a tutorial on this one before. And it's pretty basic. And it's pretty good as a starter farm, really. It takes a while with my noob tools to create this, though. You just need to add one water source block in the middle of the second and third tiers as well. Usually with lighting I just add it and don't really care what it looks like, but with this one I thought if I added a kind of cool lantern stuff, light would be good. I need to pay attention to more of the details in this rather than just the functionality. That looks pretty cool. Just moving a few more villagers into the trading hall area, which is always a bit painful to get them all moved in, but once they're there, they are very handy. I usually give them a window in between each other so they can see. I was going to try and add a pink or cherry coloured light here, but it ended up looking a bit weird. I'm not really sure what to do with cherry wood. It especially does not blend in with my roof style there. And I definitely think that the browner wood looks better here. Just starting to unlock the trades on the farmers. Usually these ones are the best to trade for emeralds. So then you can use these as currency for the other villager trades. And then just trade pumpkins and wheat with them for a while just to build up your stock of emeralds. So then eventually you can get the toolsmiths. And if you get max level toolsmiths, you can actually get free diamond picks and free diamond other kind of tools, which is handy. I'm just adding the finishing touches on the end of the wheat farm, and then I'll just add some redstone to the end and it's ready to test. See if I measured it properly. And yes, it looks like I didn't quite measure that one properly, and it needs to go forward one block. A little bit short. And we move that one forward. We'll try number 2. Do they say measure once and cut twice or something? Alright, that seems to look good now. The only issue with this farm is I do have to manually replant it all. Unless I get some farmer villagers in here, I'm not sure how that would work. But it does harvest 3 kind of paddocks worth of wheat at a time, which is good. And we do get a fair bit of wheat from this one. It's about 64 field of seeds per segment. So that's 4 in total. So you should probably get 4 stacks of wheat there when it's fully grown, I'd say, hopefully. And this is definitely the best method to get rid of Endermen early game, as these things hit really hard. Just chuck them in a boat and then they can't get you. Up along this area I thought I would start a bit of a pumpkin farm, and then I got a bit too obsessed with making the pumpkin farm, I think. So we did go through a lot of tools digging all this out. And I probably actually don't need that many pumpkins, but I think I ended up with 4 rows worth, which is quite a lot. I just kind of put in hidden water blocks with pumpkin lights underneath. I think that the lighting comes through as you put the farm kind of section in there. So you can see that dot worth of water there. I think the light actually comes through that at night. Not that you really need it, but it looks cool. And just get some more wheat for trading. It's actually always fun to press this lever here. It's less fun to plant the seeds again though. And moving another baby villager. And just get in the boat. They are very irritating. And of course I left the gate open. Will he come back? Probably not. Ooh, he actually came back. I was not expecting that. And he's back in there again. And finally in the boat. And off to your new section. And just put in the trapdoors again so that they can't escape when they grow older. And I was just hunting for some more fish when I actually noticed that thing up there on the hill, which I can actually see from my main house if I had have looked hard enough. And it appears that up there is actually a village. And it is a village. So it turns out that we actually have a village right near the main house somehow. And so I didn't actually have to spend all that time in the other episode moving the villagers for like a day each. And there's even villagers still alive here somehow. I probably actually didn't need any potatoes, but I thought there might be something more in those farm areas. Melon seeds would probably be nice though. And I've got beetroot seeds. I guess that is kind of useful. Can't have too much bread, I suppose. I was looking over this river and I thought it might be a nice place for a simple bridge. I'm not the best at building bridges, but we'll see how it goes. I was thinking a mixture of cobble and wood and then see how that looks. Even though cobble is fairly average looking by itself. Maybe cobble there and then maybe the wood in the middle. Nothing too fancy just for now. I'm actually not even sure what's on the other side of this bridge. This actually took surprisingly a little bit of time, but not too bad. And then just replace some of the cobble because it was a bit too cobbly with some stone, just to blend it in a bit. Well, that's the bridge done. Now onto the second level of the main house. I think I gathered enough materials to cover the second story, but we'll have to see how it goes. I'm not sure how this stone and wood really looks together, but I think it looks okay for now. Apparently the maximum recording time for replay mod is 1 hour. So I missed the roof on this somehow. think this upper level is going to be quite large, and it does seem to be probably a good place for maybe excess storage and an enchanting table maybe. I'm just filling this roof section with the same pattern as the floor. It's quite an easy one to replicate, and it looks okay. I can hear pillagers in the background. I'll just add the staircase here, but I think I'll probably need to move it to the other side later, depending on how the roof ends up going. Yes, it looks like we are getting raided. Hopefully they stay out there. And we'll keep working on the roof and we don't run out of wood. I added the fences to the doors on this house. I'm nice and protected in here. And somehow this glass can protect me from the crossbow, even though he can see through it. So just adding a simple roof here, nothing too exciting. I was going to create a time lapse of the roof, but I don't have any footage for that. Yeah, and I'll put those stairs over just to the left as the roof will slope up kind of over the other way. It's actually quite a big space up here now. It's hard to fill in big spaces in houses. Well, for me anyway. I'm not very good at interiors yet, so I need to keep practicing. I'm not sure how to make these roofs look a bit more interesting. Maybe I need to swap the wood types in the roof as well. I was just adding some random window shapes, but I'm not really sure if these will look good on the outside. And I can't get out there because the raiders are still there. I'll just chuck some random ones in and see what they look like. Looks like something's going down out there. What will they do with the annoying trader? Yeah, they actually attack him. And he doesn't even fight back, and the camels don't defend him. I thought they'd just ignore each other. Oh well. Nope, they don't care about llamas though. It's actually quite tough doing the roof and not being able to go and check it, but hopefully the raiders will go away and I'll be able to go and see what it looks like from the outside. I thought that this kind of window would look cool here, but I think it just looks a bit weird. Finally, the raiders have left, so we can go see what the windows look like on the outside now. And just add a few decorations to the outside. Make it look a little bit less bland. I probably need some sort of plants as well. Yeah, I ended up just adding 2 vertical windows there, as the shape just looked a little bit weird. So I think that looks a little bit better. I was wondering about changing those trapdoors to cherry wood, but I'm not really sure about that either. I guess it's something that breaks it. Yeah, I mean the pink, maybe having them folded up looks okay. I'm not really sure what else to add on there. Maybe lanterns. Oop. Man, they still hit hard, even in a boat. Try number 2. Thank you, you dropped nothing. Just adding some finishing touches. I just add some flowers down the side, see what that looks like. I love how those cherry leaves drop the petals off them. Can't quite reach up there. And that's about wraps up this initial build of the main house. Have to get rid of that window there too, I think. At least for the outside anyway. And some more cherry trapdoors. So this is where I will leave you. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you are still watching, thanks for your time, and I'll see you in the next one.